Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the Profit Madness channel. My name is Alex, and in today's video I'm gonna give you the market update for today. Bitcoin is at a new all-time high. We're gonna be talking about that. But before I do, make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this type of video, subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this video or any questions that you guys may want to leave, any requests, leave them down below. Okay, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So on the total one, if you haven't already, I suggest that you go and watch the live stream that I released yesterday. Okay, because I've actually went through most of the stuff before it happened, kind of giving you a glimpse that I was bullish, and I pretty much said I was bullish in the short term, but I'm being very careful here because on the total one, as you can see, as you will see also in the other charts, we are approaching very dangerous territory. Okay, if I zoom out, there's this trendline channel, which if you aren't aware, it's one of my, I don't know if anyone else is using this, but I know that I'm uh, one of the few people that I've seen using this strategy, I guess, where you have two hypothetical trend lines and you're just using them as a channel and identifying the whole area as an hypothetical either support or resistance range, I guess, area. Okay, so we are in very dangerous territory here, in my opinion, now, because on the total one, we have struck this trend line here for the third time. Okay, with this push to the upside. People are getting super bullish, but what I would like to show you is the fact that right now we are rejecting off this trend line. There is the possibility of another push to the upside, but it's coinciding with a level of resistance. Okay, you can see that every single time that we try to stay above this yellow rectangle, we didn't really spend too much time above it. We always tend to fail. Doesn't mean that we cannot get another push to the upside, but if you get another push to the upside, you're going to be retesting an even stronger resistance, because at least on this one, you spent a little bit of time trying to play with it. But on this one here, you only got like 3 touches before, and they are all wicks. Okay, so you will also have this bearish trendline channel, which is bearish until it's flipped above, implying that, you know, if you truly are going to be getting a significant breakout on the total one right now, you have all this resistance here, and you need to get like a big candle that basically takes it all in one go. Any progressive move over here is most likely going to be met with rejection. You need a significant push to the upside. You know, the same way that we kind of, maybe it's not the super best example that I could find in here, but to make this video not too long, you see how as we were approaching this trendline channel, we just pretty much went through it to the downside here. Yeah, the same thing has to happen to the upside, but it doesn't have to be just this red trendline channel, but also the purple one, which is the max push area, in my opinion, without 74k being taken out next. So truthfully, you know, if you want to go higher, you need to have a significant pullback. I'm in this opinion. And like I said yesterday in the live stream, if you guys watched it, I said that we are, in my opinion, in a bull trap. Okay, where you will see your altcoins moving up, but as I will show you in a second here, there's nothing to get too excited just yet. Total 2, I mean, look, my projection was that we were going to run to the upside towards this resistance and ideally reject from there. At this moment in time, we are trading slightly above it, but we don't have a daily candle closure to confirm any sort of breakout away from this area. Okay, plus you have another level of resistance here, which is this yellow rectangle. Okay, whoops, my bad. This one over here, hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, and you have yet to retest it, and it's going to be retested as a resistance just yet. So like I said on the total one, unless you break out significantly above these two levels here, chances are that you will be finding some sort of a resistance at these levels. And even then, right, you are gonna be facing this level of resistance, okay, from 1.34 to 1.43, which last time that you were trading into it, well, through it, I guess, you broke down, okay, which means that any sort of retest at this level is likely going to be faced with resistance, okay, at 134, because you see how you slice through it, a level that was supposed to be support, this is yet to be retested as a resistance, plus you have the trend line here. I think that what is brewing is some sort of a significant trap. The fact that this move to the upside began with not much information. I mean, this week was, and it still is, a very quiet week, if I say so myself. There's not much economical events or news. So the fact that they chose this week to make the breakout, in my opinion, is very sus, and I will be super careful. That doesn't mean that you do not have any trading opportunities for the short term. The total 3, look at that. I was looking for a push to the upside, and here we are, but you are at a level of resistance. Now, flipping above this level gives you some decent upside, okay? But understand that this trend line here is yet to be retested for the third time. The third touch is usually the one that creates a reversal to the downside or to the upside, depending on the direction of the trend line. In this case, we are expecting to see, even in the chance that we do get the move to the upside to these levels, a bull trap, essentially. Because go and check for yourself many times when you have a trend line that gets touched for the third time, you tend to see this and then a reversal back down if it's a bearish trend line, sometimes a retest continuation lower, okay? So just be super careful. Let me show you guys an example of this if you wish. Why do I not consider this wick here? Look at that. Look at what happened. One touch, second touch. Look at what happened on the third touch. Reversal back down, okay? Now, here we continued higher. Cool. But the point still stands that the third touch is likely going to be creating some sort of a reversal. Whether in the short term or not, that doesn't matter. Look at that also. This also works to the upside, right? One touch, second touch, third touch, fake out for the bears, continuation higher. I could go on and on. It's literally the same thing happening over and over again. One touch, second touch, third touch, the breakdown. This is yet to be retested, okay? Yet to be retested, which implies that there is further confirmation of resistance at these levels up in here, okay? So just be mindful. If we flip this level, look for a confirmation of support. You can take short-term trades with that if that's what you want to do. Other chart looks a little bit better than the total charts that we have seen so far. But still, here I want to see a confirmation of this level acting as a support. If that happens, then I'm looking for a continuation higher until this level over here. Again, it's the way that you should be trading this is stairs, okay? It's a staircase type of market where as long as you are able to confirm with a support, yes, we're going higher, but I'd be very careful because in my opinion, at some point, you're going to have a significant reversal to the downside that is going to take a lot of people out by surprise. So be careful. Be super careful. Look at Bitcoin, by the way. Yesterday I told you that I was looking exactly at something like this where we were going to push to the upside. And by the way, we touched this trend line for the third time, okay? Now, that doesn't mean that we cannot push a little bit higher. Let me actually make sure that this is correct. Did we test it? No, we haven't. If I refine it, the reason why it kind of looked like it did touch is because if you go on a higher time frame or a different time frame, the trend line does move a little bit. But anyway, the point still stands. Be careful up in these levels because it's about to approach a bearish trend line channel, okay, which is the ones that I've highlighted over here. Any point inside of this region here can be considered an area to go short, okay, or perhaps even sell. because you can see that we are actually trading in a very dedicated area, I guess we could say. Okay, we haven't traded in this region ever. Many trend lines are proposing a reversal back down from these levels. Okay, so it doesn't matter if we stop over a year or up to a year. Any of these trend lines in here can potentially create the situation of a top being marked, at least for now. Okay, and like I said, I believe on the total one. Okay, look how much resistance is being presented on the total one. And like I've been projecting here, the lower we go in this situation, and the same goes with Bitcoin, altcoins, and all of that, the lower we are about to go, the higher we will be exploding later. Okay, that's what you should be hoping for. It's not me calling for more downside because I'm necessarily bearish. It's me calling for more downside, for more liquidity recovery, and a bigger push to the upside followed afterwards. Okay, you don't have enough fuel, in my opinion, to continue this move to the upside to crazy new prices. Yes, you are trading an all-time high, okay, but it's not that much difference from where you were before. Okay, it's not like 100% gain to the upside with a new all-time high. It's nothing like that. We also have another chart for Bitcoin where you can see that I'm looking at the same trend line, plus there is a few more levels of resistance and whatnot. It's a very dedicated area where, unless you get a significant breakout to the upside, and tomorrow we wake up and we are above $123,000, and then you get a retest of 120 and perhaps 116, then we cannot even talk about continuing up towards 124. So it's that type of situation. It's a staircase type of market. Be mindful of this. Bitcoin dominance. Now, you're seeing your altcoins moving up, but realistically speaking, right, the Bitcoin dominance hasn't had any sort of significant breakout to the downside. That hasn't happened just yet. You are still confirming this level that you recently broke as a support at this moment in time. Now, while I'm also favoring the possibility of pushing lower, like I proposed over here, let me tell you one thing. I want for this to continue higher because, like I said, if this pushes higher, chances are that Bitcoin is tumbling down and altcoins are being crushed. And if altcoins are being crushed, it means that most people are being liquidated. And if most people are liquidated, it means that there is about to be something brewing with the altcoins. Okay, and that implies that I'm calling for an alt season soon. But that doesn't have to be right now. Okay, yes, altcoins are moving up, but look at where the Bitcoin dominance is at. Right, so even in the case where you do get another push to the downside, assuming that this level over here fails to hold, then yes, altcoins will be moving a little bit higher. But be careful, because any sort of a reversal to the downside, either to this level or this level over here, I will still be looking for more upside. The uptrend is being sustained at this moment in time, and I think that we should be focusing more in getting into this region first, and then we can start to talk about a significant reversal back down. At this moment, if you zoom out, what do you see? That the uptrend is being sustained. Okay, so don't get don't get too crazy in here looking for altcoins that are moving up right now, because the gains that you're seeing right now can be given back to the market as sooner than you think. Reason why you should be careful also is because of this. If I pull a clean Bitcoin chart, which by the way, this is something that I talked about, but anyway, that's another discussion. This was stuff that I talked about in the live stream yesterday. Cool. Go on the monthly time frame, right? Helio wave traders, what are you seeing over here? Because I know what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is this. It's not too pretty for the bulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't this a wave that is about to be complete? Potentially on Helio wave theory? In my opinion, it is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can also go from cycle to cycle, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's many indications here, in my opinion, that what Bitcoin is doing over here is to mark a top, okay? I'd be very, very careful. I will not be focusing on Bitcoin right now. There's better opportunities, and that's why the altcoin charts look the way that they are and why they're trading so low, because I think that eventually what comes next, and sooner than you may think, is this, in my opinion, an ABC correction to the downside for Bitcoin, which if there is any more upside to go for it, this is where it should be recharging itself, okay? To create something like this, like a significant bull flag, so to speak. Even though that is not necessarily my base case scenario, I could still consider it as a possibility upon evidence of the market intending to do that, okay? But at this moment in time, the next wave that I will be expecting us to see is this one, with an old season happening in this leg here, okay? This is kind of what I'm anticipating. Let's go to Ethereum, because Ethereum also is in a bearish trendline channel now. Be careful about turning too bullish. Look, it's not just one chart that is showing you guys this. It's quite a few, right? So I do see a possibility, because we've broken through this trend line, that we can revisit anywhere between 3,000 and 3,075-ish. But unless you flip this level over here as a support upon a breakout, then we cannot even talk about 3,500 just yet, okay? Just be super careful, because I think that the lower we go with Ethereum at this moment, the better. I will be focusing down between 2,000 and 1,800. I think this is going to be the greatest buying opportunity that you're going to get in this market moving forward. Not just for Ethereum, but look for correlations with Ethereum when that happens, because I think that that's where altcoins will actually find their bottoms. I don't think that's certain altcoins have marked their final bottom just yet. Of course, it varies from altcoin to altcoin, okay? But this will be your nice confluence to know where you should be buying. And before I wrap up, we're going to be looking at this last chart. But if you like the video so far, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to join the VIP, there is a link down below. Total 3 minus Solana, minus BNB, XRP, USDT, and USDC. Okay. So the situation is as follows, and I like to see this chart from the 2-week time frame. If you want to understand how I came to this conclusion of these projections and how I basically analyze this chart in front of you guys live, there is a video called Eden Crypto Charts #1. This is the chart that I'm referring to. I've done this in live with you, and basically what I see happening here is two possibilities for altcoins at this moment, of either a push to the upside that, in my opinion, will not exceed the highs that were made in January of 2025. So it's merely a retrace to the upside, which more people will consider a full-blown old season. Or, and there's actually a little bit of a clue that is being given by the market in this situation. There could be another push to the downside first over here, okay? I think that if you are able to get a liquidation down into this area, in my opinion, it gives us a better opportunity and higher ROI on altcoins, because the main projection is this one that we should have held, but we really haven't. And I like to look at this on the 2 weeks time frame. You can see that we are playing quite a bit on this important trendline here. Hopefully you guys can see it, that I wrote important trendline. Initially, when I've done this analysis, we were over here and we were retesting it. That's why I said ideally we should be breaking up from here if it's really bullish. But from what happened afterwards, right? We actually broke below it. Last 2-week candle closed with a wick in this important trendline channel region. So just be mindful that this 2-week candle still has 10 days and 6 hours to go. For all we know, this candle can actually still close below, and have a push to the downside into these levels. Okay, it's not out of the picture just yet. And either way, if we continue to move to the upside without this area being retested, be mindful, because I don't think that we will go much higher than that. Because if we don't stop at this level where I left my projection at this moment, what do you have over here? You have a trend line that is still missing the third touch. Okay, so a push to the upside to this level will still be leading to a reversal back down. Okay, so in this area is where you should be super careful if you see a quick move to the upside by these altcoins. But you should be favoring more downside for now, because more downside, it means that we will have less hurdles later. Okay, and a more sustained uptrend in the future. Okay, with that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Again, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. You can find me on other social medias using the links down below. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace.